Welcome to MojoPlays, and this is our list of the horrible things you didn't know you could do in Untitled Goose. Will someone please shut that damned goose up? So for this video, we're looking at the awful things you can do in this game that's not on the to-do list or the to-do as well list, just in case you wanted to cause some extra havoc. Take down all the anti-goose signs. It's no secret that everyone in the town cannot stand geese. Once you irritate them enough to unlock the final task, they put up a big no goose sign. How dare they? Those heathens are adopting a poultrist attitude, and they need to be stopped. Tear down those signs and throw them away. After all, the goose cannot be banned if there aren't any signs to say otherwise. Give the caterer a hard time. Surprisingly, the caterer isn't given a prominent role in the pub area. That isn't to say there aren't a couple of ways to make her job harder to accomplish. Upon entering the area, you may have noticed a discarded box laying in the pub entrance. Place the box in the caterer's path, jump inside, and wait for the right moment to give her a good scare. Okay, this is a pretty well-known way to get into the pub, but if you really want to give her a hard time, you could try continuously closing the back doors of the van. Over and over again. This never gets old. Bully the boy. There are so many ways to pick on this kid, it makes the developers seem like the bullies. In the second area of the game, there are a couple of tasks that involve antagonizing him, like untying his shoes and stealing his glasses. But if you're feeling a little more devilish, there are other ways you can make his life more miserable. For starters, he's absolutely frightened of the goose, so you can chase him away to wherever you want on the map. I sent him all the way out into the river, and made him lose his glasses in the water. Something tells me he's gonna be in there for a while. Tell on the artist. When you make your way to the third area, you'll find several ways to ignite a neighbor war. Bonk the large bell, break the artist's vase. Whenever these events happen, the two neighbors will fight. However, like everything else in the game, there are ways to make things worse. After tricking the artist into clipping off the cricket player's prized rose, take the rose and go rat her out. The cricket player will be furious. But what makes this devilish trick even sweeter is how he tries to fix his prize rose. Now, I'm no botanist, but I'm pretty sure marking tape won't fix a rose. Steal an ancient artifact. Before you get to the rose, you may discover a few ways to antagonize the cricket player. Pay close attention because these evil deeds help in solving the barefoot puzzle. He seems to be quite fond of that teacup. And what ancient artifact is he holding? A newspaper. Never heard of one. But if you manage to steal it, the cricket player will grumble and pout before reaching for his tea. He'll do the same thing if you steal the tea and not the paper. But if you want a real challenge, try to steal them both. And he'll have nothing better to do but sit in his chair pouting all afternoon. Find yourself. The miniature village is a cute way to close out the game, but did you notice something was missing? In the corner of the pond, you can find a small model of yourself. Wait a minute. This was hidden in the corner. They wanted to hide you. This town is going to pay, but where? Where to exact revenge? Where to? Oh, I know. How about the old thumbtack on a chair trick? The old man in the bar should be the perfect victim. Let's see what happens. I don't know how he didn't notice the mini goose, and I don't want to know what happened to the mini goose. Using the well for evil. Oh look, a magical well. and it just so happens to be next to the garden. Well, since it is possible to lure the gardener to wherever you want with the radio, I wouldn't suggest taking the radio and dangling it near the edge. I also would never suggest throwing his tools down there. And I absolutely would never, ever, ever suggest luring him towards the well while holding his keys and dropping them down there right in front of him. Why would I do that? Make someone throw out their own package. After you've caused a neighbor war between the artist and the cricket player, you'll crash through someone's house only to be driven out the front door. Oh look, there's an unopened package on the front step. This is your one chance to do something nice for someone. So how about we take the package all the way back to the house? Well, if you do that, this is what happens. Like, dude, did you not read the address? You were the one person we did a good thing for. You probably broke whatever was inside. Litter the lake. So you've done it. You've tormented the kid, ignited a feud between neighbors, and stolen everyone's belongings. What else can you do to piss off these goose-hating townfolk? Well, let's ruin the last good thing they have, the lake. Grab whatever isn't nailed to the ground and toss it into the water. If you toss anything into the river or the well, it'll all wash up into the lake if you want to make things go faster. Some people on Twitter have gone as far as to drop every item in the lake. Like, no one would want to go into that lake anymore. Oh, that is probably the most awful thing anyone could do in this game. Now, bring on the sequel. Do you like our picks? Be sure to check out this other recent clip here from MojoPlays. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.